I will call the Tangipahoa Parish Council public hearing for March the 10th, 2025 to order. We have two items on the public hearing. The first one being a condemnation hearing 4845445 Sibley Road, Tickfaw, Louisiana, 70466, assessment number 4625501. That's in District 4, Mr. Havis. Is anyone here to speak on that matter? All right, before you come up, I'm going to ask Mr. Jerry to come up and give us a little overview of the issue, and then, ma'am, you will come up right after him.
Good evening. Jerry McDowell, Blighted Property for Tangipahoa Parish. We're here in reference to this property regarding assessment number 4625501 at 48. Let me give you the correct address here. 48445 Sibley Road.
Yes.
It's going to be in District 4 in Mr. Havis's district. And we have appeared here for recommendation of condemnation regarding this. I've been dealing with the property owners since September of 2024, and we made every effort to get with the property owners in order to clean up the blighted property. And of course, the recommendation of condemnation was approved by y'all January 13th, which brings us here tonight for discussion so we can move forward.
Okay, thank you. Ma'am, if you'd like to come up. And just to start, give us your name and address for the record, please. You might want to pull that microphone down a little bit. Thank you.
Judy Gordon, Galador, Kleber.
All right, and you heard Mr. Jerry, so the microphone is yours now.
I'm just here to see, I want an itemized list of what you're going to do. And I want to be there when you do it and make sure it gets done. That's all I'm asking.
Mr. Jerry, you got to help me out with this one. I mean, it's a condemnation, which means it's going to be torn down. Yeah, it will be torn down. So, I mean, I don't know what itemized list you're looking for.
I'm getting charged for it. I want to know what you're doing.
Well, the other option is for you to take it down, but I'll let Mr. Jerry handle those questions, okay? Well, let's let him have the mic now and answer your questions.
Where we move from this, if we're able to get a anonymous vote from the council, we're going to move forward, and then we will in turn take bids through accounting to get 3 bids, and of course once we get the lowest bid, and then we'll contact that contractor, and then we will notify you 2 weeks prior to that in order for you to get any belongings that are on that site to be removed before we move forward on the date of demolition.
Does that satisfy that answer your question?
No, not really.
Well, ma'am, I think it's pretty
There's things on the property. I mean, what are you getting off? That's what I'm saying. Are you removing I know you're removing the burned down house. Are you removing the shed?
Jerry, I'll let Mr. Jerry,
acreage, is this including both sides or one side or this side?
Give us a little more details, Mr. Jerry, please.
We've had discussions regarding this before when we first brought this up. There's 2 portions to these parcels. One's the northern portion, one is the southern portion. The northern portion, of course, with the assessment number we have this evening, is in Miss Gordon's name, not in Kenny Galador's. The south portion is in Miss Gordon's name and Mr. Galador's name, and that southern portion has been taken care of. They've demolished a burned structure that was there and a shed. So that appeases us in blighted property, and we're fine with that southern portion. We're more concerned now with the northern portion where there has been no movement, and there are 2 structures on that property that has been a combination of a fire, and it has just been falling apart since several years ago.
So you're talking about the northern property and there's 2 structures.
That's correct.
Does that answer your question, ma'am?
Mr. McDowell, are we going to do, Jerry,
Question
right
here.
here, are we going to do what we normally do, where we basically clean the property off of all structure and push it all up in a pile and take it off, and it's going to be an empty lot when we finish, other than the landscape, the trees and bushes and so forth?
No, I think we're fine with the trees and the brush.
Right, but we're taking the structures down.
The 2 structures need to go.
Okay. I think that's what she was asking. Thank you.
Okay, the two structures you're talking about, Jerry, are on two different sides, right?
The two structures that are in the back, the house and the trailer that are in the rear of that portion.
Well, it ain't but a trailer, so.
It's both those structures.
Okay, thank you, Jerry. Anything else, ma'am?
No, I just need,
Okay.
it's, both sides though, right? Both sides of the property? It's being cleaned or
It
just?
sounds like we're talking about the north portion of the property, not the south portion of the property.
Okay, I got you, Judy Gordon's side.
I don't know the names.
Which is Kenny Galador's side too, because we're married, was married.
Okay.
Ma'am, I don't know all of that. I know we're doing the north property portion is what we are having a condemnation hearing about, not the southern portion of the property.
Okay, it is.
And Mr. Bell, quite frankly, we don't have to clean it up.
No.
It could be cleaned up by you guys. If y'all do it, y'all clean it however you want, as long as it gets the safety issues taken care of and you get it out of there. So we don't, I mean,
Well,
then you can determine exactly what goes in, but everything that's condemned has to go. That's what we're trying to say. And you can, and as a matter of fact, we would much rather you do it than us do it.
Yes, sir. Yes, sir. Well, how much more time are y'all willing to give?
How much time do you need to get it cleaned up? A month? 2 months?
I say at least 2.
Mr. Jerry?
And that's another question. Jerry said we couldn't burn, dig, bury.
That's.
All you can do is pack off, right?
Yeah, it's gotta be
That's
hauled
correct.
out.
Okay, well, Kenny Galador was out there yesterday, burning, digging his side of the property.
Man, we're not
It'll
talking.
be clear.
We're not talking about that side of the property.
Yeah.
That's not what we're here for.
Okay,
I'm sorry, we're just not here for that.
yeah. Okay,
It looks like it's been 6 months since.
Yeah,
the
it's been 6
original-
months, but I mean, I think we can have a conversation about what's reasonable, but if you have a couple of months or whatever they
it's
decide.
not
that-
reasonable, sir,
Ma'am,
because the man was in prison 10 years and five weeks before he gets out, y'all, boom.
Ma'am, I have the microphone right now, but if you are given X amount of time, at the end of that time, that's it. In other words, we're not going to extend it. So I don't know what Councilman Davis wants to do, but if he does give you time to do this, that's it, those days, and that's it, and then we're moving forward. So it'll be up to him. We'll take it up further in the meeting when we do the actual ordinance, and he has time to think about this and see whether or not he wants to give you X amount of days to manage this.
Okay, if not, I'd like a itemized copy of what y'all gonna do, and I wanna be there when it's done.
I don't think that would be a problem. We're very transparent about this. We'd rather you do it, like we said, we'd rather
I
you
would
take
like
care of
to
it.
do it, but I don't have enough time. My mama was in a hospice, she just died. I ain't had time for all that, I'm sorry.
Yes, ma'am. Thank you very much.
Thank you,
We'll take it up later in the meeting.
thank you.
Okay, the next item is ordinance 2503, an ordinance to amend, revise, and enact Tangipahoa Parish Animal Control Fee Schedule. This was talked about at the last meeting, it was approved by the Finance Committee. I don't know if there's any questions on this one or any comments from anyone. Doesn't appear there is. I will close the public hearing and call the Tangipahoa Parish Council meeting to order. I'd ask you if you have a cell phone, would you please mute it or turn it off? The invocation will be done by Councilman Sinagra tonight, and the Pledge of Allegiance will be handled by Councilman Wells.
Heavenly Father, Lord, just thank you for this beautiful day you've given us, Lord, bringing us all here safe tonight, Lord. I just ask for knowledge and wisdom as the council votes on different things for this parish, Lord. I just lift up all of our parish employees that work every day to keep this parish going, Lord. And I'd like to lift up our teachers, first responders, Lord, that are out every day doing stuff to take care of us, Lord, and our military, for just keeping this country safe so we can have the freedom that we have, Lord. In Jesus' name we pray.
Amen.
All veterans and active military, please present the proper salute. I pledge allegiance to the flag
of the United States of America and to the republic for which it stands, one nation, under God, indivisible, with liberty and justice for all. Okay, let's see here. Jill, would you call roll, please?
Mr. Sinagra.
Here.
Mr. Ingraffia.
Here.
Mr. Joseph.
Present.
Mr. Havis.
Here.
Mr. Richtel.
Here.
Mr. Mayhew.
Here.
Mr. Wells.
Here.
Mr. Bial.
Here.
Ms. Hyde.
Here.
Ms. Ciotat.
Here.
Adoption of the minutes of regular meeting dated February 24th, 2025. Is there a motion?
Also move, Mr. Chairman.
I'll second.
Mr. Joseph or Mr. Wells or vice versa, whatever it was?
Yeah.
Okay. Got it. Would you call roll, please?
Mr. Ingraffia.
Yes.
Mr. Joseph.
Yes.
Mr. Havis.
Yes.
Mr. Ritchell.
Yes.
Mr. Mayhew.
Yes.
Mr. Wells.
Yes.
Mr. Vial.
Yes.
Ms. Hyde.
Yes.
Ms. Ciotat.
Yes.
Mr. Sinagra.
Yes.
All right, public input, anyone wishing to address agenda items which were not on the public hearing? There being none, we will move into the parish president's report, and now we can have some fun. Festival update.
Good evening. And with that, the only item that the parish president, that we have on the parish president's report is about the Mead Oyster Festival, which
Yes.
is this weekend. And we're going to turn that over to Mr. Dawson Primes. Dawson?
Thank you, President Miller. Council, thank you guys for having us here tonight. It's Oyster Week, so that's what we always refer to it as, and we would like to invite you to the Mead Oyster Festival. There's going to be this weekend. Actually, you should have a copy of the schedule with the bands and all in front of you.
We got it.
Just want to kind of go over some things that may not be on there about the Oyster Festival coming up this week. We kick off tomorrow with the First Guaranty Bank open house reception, and that's here in Amite, and that's going to be from 5 to 7. That is every year where we reveal that year's poster. So this our 2025 poster will be revealed at the open house reception at First Guaranty Bank tomorrow night. On Wednesday, we're gonna from 6 to 8. It's not open to the public, but we're having it's the first time that we've ever done this is a past Kings, Pearls, and Miss Queens reception, and it's where they will come get their packets for the weekend, and we just want to just kind of keep things going and extend that welcome to them, even though that they reigned in the past to come to the festival, and they will have all access passes for that weekend. We will start closing the roads off at 10 o'clock p.m. on Wednesday night. Friday, we'll start the chili cook-off, and there'll be teams all day long, and judging and the official kickoff to the Oyster Festival ceremonies will be at 4 p.m. at the main stage. Saturday, our parade rolls at 10 o'clock. And the opening ceremonies for that day, along with the awards for our shell decorating contest that the library has put on, and we will that ends tomorrow actually. So they picked up shells. There's 3 different age groups, and we will pass out the awards for that. Something new that we're also doing this year to give back to our community is we put it out, and our 5 area schools: Amite Elementary, Amite Westside, Amite High School, Roseland Montessori School, and Oak Forest Academy they've been participating as part of a door decorating contest. So we will have 3 categories: elementary, junior high, and high school, and we will award $250 to each one of those grades for elementary, junior, and high school for door decorating contest. They will be recognized on the stage at that time as well. So there's going to be bands all day, multiple events. We're bringing back the oyster shucking contest, and so we have actually 2 categories from that. We have our queens, 3 categories: men's, women's, and our visiting royalty from other fairs and festivals across the state will be here, and they will have the ability to compete in that. Just like to tell you that we recently, a couple months back, went to the Louisiana Fur and Wildlife Festival, and Mia, our queen, actually competed in that. Their oyster shucking contest, because that was the theme for this year, was the oyster industry, and she won by hands down. I think it was about 15 seconds before the next person came. So we were pretty proud of that. So, and Sunday we'll kick off with our 8 a.m. with our 5K race. And then 10 o'clock is our church service that will be on the main stage right here. And we will have bands all day until 6 p.m. Only thing that I ask for you guys, if you would, please pray for good weather. We see that forecast, and we can use every prayer that you can get, because there's a lot of work that goes into putting that festival on, and we want to be able to have a good economic impact on the town. So we want, if you guys would pray for good weather. At this time, I'm going to bring up our royalty coordinator, Mr. Trey Coxon, and he's going to introduce your royalty for you. Thank you all. Oh, I did want to bring that up. This is important for you guys. So in light of what happened on New Year's Eve in New Orleans, so all of us got together, through my office, we multiple meetings at the state and at the federal level, said that they could possibly use that as a copycat type event and target smaller events. And so we took a very proactive approach. You can see what Sicilian Festival did this past weekend. They did a phenomenal job blocking off all accesses into their area. Well, we have done the same thing. So I can tell you, using 2,000 pound super sack sandbags that we will use, along with dump trucks, mobile command centers. Mr. Charlie Salina with Kubota is bringing one of his big tractors, and so all accesses into, there will be no access into it via vehicles, so to try to keep our people as safe as possible. So that's just want to let you know that your fairs and festivals in Tangi, you will see a big change with that, with the impact of what happened, and we're taking a proactive approach to take care of that. With that being said, Mr. Trey Coxon.
Like Mr. Dawson said, we thank y'all for all of your support and having us here today. I am the Queens coordinator, and I'm going to call up the royalty. I'm going to let them introduce themselves, and I'm going to let Mia go last to give you a little rundown of her year. So we're going to start with our little ones. Come on up.
Hi, I am your 2025 Petite Miss Amy Oyster Festival Queen, Demi Jane Draco. Hello everyone, I am your 2025 Little Miss Amy Oyster Queen, Bentley Claire Simmons. Thank you.
Hello everyone, I'm your 2025 Deb Miss Amy Oyster Festival Queen, Kinley Brooke Anthony.
Hello everyone, I am your 2025 Teen Miss Amy Oyster Festival Queen, Reese Ann Christmas.
I'm Anita Cotrera. I'm your 2025 Oyster Pearl, and I'm going to take just a minute to challenge whomever to come compete against these queens in our chili cook-off.
Okay,
So take that as a challenge.
All right, Nita. Tommy Cotrera, your 2025 Oyster Festival King, and appreciate y'all having us here this evening.
Hello, I am your 2025 Miss Amy Oyster Festival Queen, Mia Terrebonne. I have had an extraordinary year, traveling literally to every part of the state you could think of. Parts that I wouldn't have traveled if I was not queen, so that's really cool. I've met so many amazing people, and I'm so excited for this weekend, and I think around 30-something queens are coming from around the state, so if you want to come and talk to them, I know they'd love to talk to y'all about their festivals and what Louisiana has to offer, so I just encourage y'all to all come out and have a great time. Thank y'all.
So this group of royalty has done a great job representing not only the Oyster Festival, AMEET, and the parish. They've traveled, Mia and Reese have traveled a lot. And then our King and Pearl have also traveled. Like Dawson said, we traveled down to Cameron, Louisiana to the Fur and Wildlife Festival. They represented the industry, our oyster industry this year. They represent, every 8 years they do a different one, and this year they did the oyster industry, and they invited us down as a board, and we brought our float down, and that in turn is bringing their board to Tangipahoa Parish, to AMEET, for the festival. So that's what we do. We try to bring people to our city, to our parish, to try to get our city known on the map as President Miller always says, the best parish in the state. So thank you again for all that you do and all the support that you give us. Thank you.
You're welcome.
David. Thank y'all for being here this evening. Any council has any comments?
Yeah, I have a comment. I saw Mia this morning, Channel 8. You did a great job.
Thank you.
But when you announced that you were going to Chuck Archer, I said, wait a minute now, I got to see this. So I want to know when and where will you do this? I want to see it.
So we come up here. Am I participating in the contest? Oh, I guess I am. So, like, like Mr. Dawson said, we're gonna have 3 different divisions. So I think, what time is it? 2:30. If you wanna come out and
I'm
see.
coming.
What's the rules for this contest? Can I bring my own knife?
Yep, you will need your knife and glove.
Okay.
So the only division that we're providing knives and gloves for are the royalty. So anybody that is interested in doing it, we are asking that you bring your own knife, your glove, anything that you would need to participate.
But if you don't have your own knife and gloves, they'll be available at the merchandise table.
There you go.
And they really did a good job promoting the festival. Y'all really did a good job.
Again, thank y'all for being here this evening. Robbie, you have any comments?
Thank y'all very much. It's a great festival. Come out and enjoy it.
I think Mr. Miller would probably like to take a picture with you guys, and Jill's going to take it.
Hey, before they take the picture, I do want to comment on Dawson's. Dawson, that was very impressive at the Sicilian Festival. The way all the entrance was blocked off.
Yeah.
And I noticed it. It was nobody could get in there. So great job on that.
All right, y'all ready? All right, good deal.
Good job, Tommy. Yeah, I want to see that.
Appreciate y'all coming out. Let's see, where are we here?
Item 2.
All right, we'll move into regular business. First item is discussion and possible action on condemnation 48445 Sibley Road, Tickfaw, Louisiana, 70466, assessment 4625501. This is the one we discussed in the public hearing. So I think there's a little sidebar conference going on here, and in a second we'll know how many days. Mr. Havis, you're up.
Yeah. All right, so this has been going on since September of last year. I do feel the ladies, well, I really don't. But I'll meet her in the middle, and we'll give her 30 days to make a move. And if there ain't nothing done by then, we'll get it back on the agenda, get it cleaned up. And I'll make that motion for 30 days.
For 30 days to demolish the structure. Okay, second was by Mr. Joseph.
I don't, correct me if I'm wrong, Brad, if they take that action in 30 days, we can just do administrative after
Yes.
that. It doesn't have to come back.
Right.
No, we're done.
Yeah, after 30 days, there'd be no reason to come back on the agenda. We could just take action and move forward.
Okay. Will you call roll, please?
Mr. Joseph?
Yes.
Mr. Havis?
Yes.
Mr. Richard?
Yeah.
Mr. Mayhew?
Yes.
Mr. Wells?
Yes.
Mr. Vial?
Yes.
Ms. Hyde?
Yes.
Ms. Ciotat?
Yes.
Mr. Sinagra?
Yes.
Mr. Graff?
Yes.
All righty, passes 10-0. We'll move into adoption of ordinances. Ordinance 2503, an ordinance to amend, revise, and enact Tangipahoa Parish Animal Control Fee Schedule. As I said earlier, this was reviewed by the Finance Committee and approved. If they don't have any questions, is there a motion?
So moved.
By Mr. Ingraffi, is there a second?
Second.
Second was Mr. Sinagra. Would you call roll, please?
Mr. Havis?
Yes.
Mr. Richardson? Mr. Mayhew?
Yes.
Mr. Wells?
Yes.
Mr. Vial?
Yes.
Ms. Hyde?
Yes.
Ms. Ciotat?
Yes.
Mr. Sinagra?
Yes.
Mr. Ingraffi?
Yes.
Mr. Joseph?
Yes.
All right, passes 10-0. Introduction of ordinances. Public hearing for these will be on March 24th, 2025 at 5:30 p.m. Introduction of TP Ordinance 2504, an ordinance amending and enacting Chapter 38, Solid Waste, Article 2, Collection and Disposal, Section 3839, Disposal of Solid Waste, approved by the DRC Committee, and this is just some cleanup language.
Also move.
First by Ms. Hyde, is there a second?
Second.
Second was Ms. Ciotat. Would you call roll, please?
Mr. Richardson?
Yeah.
Mr. Mayhew?
Yes.
Mr. Wells?
Yes.
Mr. Vial?
Yes.
Ms. Hyde?
Yes.
Ms. Ciotat?
Yes.
Mr. Sinagra?
Yes.
Mr. Ingraffia?
Yes.
Mr. Joseph?
Yes.
Mr. Havis?
Yes.
Passes 10-0. Item number 5, introduction of ordinance 2505, amending and enacting Chapter 40, Special Districts, Article 2, Fire Protection District, Division 2, Fire Protection District Number 1, Section 40-45, Board of Commissioners. And this is a recent election in the case where 2 municipalities are included within the boundaries of a district lying within a single parish. The governing authority of each municipality will appoint 1 member. That had to do with Roseland coming into that fire district. So now they get a member on that board. So is there a motion on that?
That's a move.
Ms. Hyde, is there a second?
Yes.
Mr. Joseph, would you call roll, please?
Mr. Mayhew?
Yes.
Mr. Wells?
Yes.
Mr. Viel?
Yes.
Ms. Hyde?
Yes.
Ms. Ciotat?
Yes.
Mr. Sinagra?
Yes.
Mr. Ingraffia?
Yes.
Mr. Joseph?
Yes.
Mr. Havis?
Yes.
Mr. Richardson?
Passes 10-0. Item 6, an ordinance amending and enacting Chapter 36, Planning and Development, Article 5, Standards for Development of Property, JD for over 2 acres. And this is DRC recommended, and wetlands jurisdictional determination letter or wetlands permit and endangered species determination as per drainage standards for sites over 2 acres.
I'll
Which
make
means
that
you won't
motion.
have one for sites under 2 acres, okay?
Correct. I'll make that
Ms.
motion.
Hyde is the first, is there a second?
Second.
Mr. Ingraffia, would you call roll, please?
Mr. Wells?
Yes.
Mr. Viel?
Yes.
Ms. Hyde?
Yes.
Ms. Ciotat?
Yes.
Mr. Sinagra?
Yes.
Mr. Ingraffia?
Yes.
Mr. Joseph?
Yes.
Mr. Havis?
Yes.
Mr. Richardson? Mr. Mayhew?
Yes.
Okay, passes 10-0. Any beer, wine, or liquor permits?
None.
Any legal matters?
No, sir.
Any councilman privileges?
Yes, I have one. Very proud to say that my son is serving in the Louisiana Army National Guard.
Saw that.
And this Sunday, I want all of you all to know that my son was promoted to Lieutenant Colonel in the Louisiana Army National Guard. Very proud of him. You guys know what I'm talking about.
And so,
Thank you all. Very proud.
so Lewis, you're saying you have to salute your son?
Yeah, I sure do.
Yes, sir, Mr. Mayhew.
I want to shout out to Nate, Diamond, and Quincy from Code Enforcement. I called them Friday over on Bankston Road. Somebody had dumped some sofas and chairs and furniture and appliances and had with their garbage. And he went out at 3:30 Friday evening and was able to contact the people to go pick it up. So I just want to commend them for their hard work and their effort of getting out so quick and taking care of it.
Yeah, he does a good job.
Anyone else?
Great job.
We do have one of our councilmen who's having a birthday, March the 14th, and that would be Mr. Wells.
Happy birthday, Lionel.
Anyone else? Anyone else? Any other councilman privileges?
Get out and enjoy all of
Any
our festivals
beer,
coming
wine,
up.
liquor permits? We did that already. Legal matters, council privileges. Okay, motion to adjourn.
Mr. Chairman, I move that we adjourn this meeting. Thank y'all very much,
All right.
everyone.
Hearing no objections, meeting adjourned.
Mr. David, Mr. David, Mr. David, early voting starts Saturday.
Okay. We get it on the record there. We're still on the air. Early voting does start Saturday.